Later on tonight is WWE Money in the Bank. And I'm kind of excited for this pay-per-view. Seeing how there's only 4 announced matches for the pay-per-view, they'll probably throw in a few filler matches depending on how lengthy the Money in the Bank ladder matches are. So let's get on to the actual card. First we have is the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship. This one is kind of interesting because this is filled with mid-carders. The participants are Intercontinental Champion Christian, United States Champion Santino, Tenzai, Cody Rhodes, Dolph Ziggler, Sin Cara, Tyson Kidd, and newcomer Damien Sandow. Now here are a few of the participants who I don't think is going to win the Money in the Bank. I don't see Tenzai winning. Even though they brought him in as this unstoppable dominant force, they dropped the ball with him. And I don't think by having him win Money in the Bank is going to help. I don't see Damien Sandow winning because we know how good he is on the mic, but even though we've seen what he can do with the mic, with his promo ability, we haven't seen much of what he can do in the ring. And before he gets a world title opportunity, I would like to see him have a run with a mid-card belt. And I feel the exact same way with Sin Cara. Yet, even though he has improved and he doesn't botch as often as he used to, I would like to see him run with a mid-card belt. And I do not want to see Santino win the Money in the Bank. Even though he is over, especially with his comedy routines, he's the United States Champion. And ever since they put the belt on Santino, he hasn't done much with it, thus lowering the prestige of the belt. So it's already bad enough he's lowering the prestige of the United States Championship. We don't need him to lower the prestige of the Money in the Bank ladder match. And I hope they have Santino drop the belt to a deserving mid-card talent. Now going on to the possible Money in the Bank winners. It's possible that Tyson Kidd could win the Money in the Bank because they're hinting towards a push. But I don't see him quite winning the Money in the Bank. It would be pretty cool to see him win the Money in the Bank because Tyson Kidd, he is very good in the ring. It's just highly unlikely. I could see Cody Rhodes winning it because he has improved a hell of a lot. He's very good he's very good in the ring. He's good at cutting promos, and he had a very solid Intercontinental title run. I can also see Christian winning the Money in the Bank because this guy deserves a World Heavyweight title run. And if he actually does win the Money in the Bank and becomes World Heavyweight Champion, hopefully they book him better than they did last year because his World Heavyweight title run was extremely poor. In my opinion, Christian is main event material. He's full of charisma, hence why he's called Captain Charisma. He cuts very good promos, and he puts on solid matches. And he's one of the few veterans who can keep up with the younger talent. And he's held so many mid-card titles. All of them have been successful. But at the same time, I would like to see Christian drop the Intercontinental title to a up-and-coming mid-carder who is deserving of it before he goes on to the World Heavyweight title scene, or maybe even the WWE title scene, which I feel he's long overdue for. And finally, that brings us to Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler. He plays the show-off character so well, and he does a good job of being a heel. He cuts very good promos, or, well, from what I've heard from Ziggler, they are pretty good. And he's put on some good matches. And a majority of his mid-card title runs, they have been pretty good too. So the three likely candidates to win Money in the Bank, in my opinion, are Cody Rhodes, Christian, and Dolph Ziggler. Out of those three, who do I want to see win the Money in the Bank the most? Dolph Ziggler. I think Dolph Ziggler is ready for a main event title push, and by having him win Money in the Bank, that will help elevate him more. And I will say this, I love show-offs. Next we have is the World Heavyweight Championship match. Current title holder Sheamus defends his title against Alberto Del Rio. This should be an okay match. Now, the first half of Sheamus' world title run has been pretty good, but lately he's been getting kind of stale with his promos, and I'm losing interest in his character and his matches, which is kind of sad because Sheamus, he's one of my favorites at the moment. And it's getting to that point where I'm hoping he drops the belt soon. Do I see Del Rio getting it? No, I actually don't. And if Del Rio does, I have a feeling it's only going to be for a short period of time. Because that's what happened last year. They gave him the belt, wasn't working so well with the ratings and the other factors that play in with the world title run, that they had him drop it as soon as possible. Which I hope isn't the case, because the last two title holders of this year, Sheamus, the current one, and Daniel Bryan, both had pretty lengthy title runs. So, yeah, I see Sheamus retaining, and hopefully he drops the belt at SummerSlam. Now we have the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match that features Big Show, Kane, John Cena, and Chris Jericho. Although they did a good job of repackaging Big Show as this monster, I don't see him winning the Money in the Bank. And I don't see Kane winning it either. Although it would be pretty cool to see Kane having at least one last WWE title reign, I don't think it's going to happen quite yet. And that leaves us with John Cena and Chris Jericho. Now, there are rumors going around that, seeing how this is John Cena's first time in the Money in the Bank, that they're going to have him win it, and their initial plan is to have John Cena versus CM Punk at SummerSlam. And I can understand why they're going with that route, because they'll need a big name drawing match for SummerSlam in case Triple H and Brock Lesnar doesn't happen. The thing I don't like about it is that John Cena doesn't need it. He's already over as hell, and he's gotten so many title reigns, and we are getting tired of John Cena getting title after title, main event after main event. He doesn't need it. And by giving him the Money in the Bank, it's unnecessary. We don't need to see it. He doesn't need the belts. I want Chris Jericho to win the Money in the Bank. Because even though he's on his way out within the next couple of years or so, I believe that he deserves one more WWE title run. Because he's very good at cutting promos, and he's very good in the ring. Which is why he says he's the best in the world at what he does. Now, if John Cena does win the Money in the Bank, one of these two things has to happen. First one being that John Cena is the first person to cash in the Money in the Bank and fails to get the title. Secondly, if they are going to have John Cena versus CM Punk at SummerSlam, CM Punk has to turn heel. So that way the feud becomes interesting, and in my opinion, CM Punk works so much better as a heel. And finally, we have, which I hope is the main event. Current champion CM Punk defends his WWE title against Daniel Bryan, and AJ is the special guest referee. Now, the story behind this match is that among the three, there's a love triangle. Daniel Bryan and AJ were, at the beginning of the year, were a couple. And after the event that occurred at WrestleMania, Daniel Bryan blamed his championship loss on AJ, thus causing them to break up. And within the breakup, AJ became a little crazy. Now, AJ developed a crush on CM Punk, and she loves CM Punk so much that she is willing to do almost anything to get his attention and make him fall in love with her. Although CM Punk doesn't love AJ, AJ thinks CM Punk does, especially after he admitted that he kinda digs crazy chicks. Even though CM Punk doesn't love AJ, he cares about her to the point where he feels obligated to protect her from doing something so hazardous that she ends up hurting herself, because AJ is just that crazy. And then we have Daniel Bryan. DB just recently admitted that he still has feelings for AJ, and that he hopes to they get back together. Although CM Punk claims that DB's only kissing up to her in hopes that by doing so, AJ helps him get the title off CM Punk. Now, the events that occurred from the closing segment of this recent episode of this past episode of Monday Night Raw, it kind of adds an unpredictability to this match, because we don't know how AJ is going to call the match. Is she going to side with CM Punk and help him retain the WWE Championship in hopes by doing so that he actually falls in love with her? Or is she going to side with Daniel Bryan and help him gain the WWE title in hopes that he's not using her and that he does want to get back with her? Or is she going to call the match straight? The thing I like about AJ is that she plays the role of the crazy chick so well that on a weekly basis she gets us thinking, what ridiculous, crazy ass thing is she going to do next? But at the same time, it seems that the focus is more on AJ, that it overshadows the WWE title. And WWE is constantly reminding us that the WWE title is their most prestigious and historic title within the company. Now, the actual match itself is hopefully going to be very good, because DB and CM Punk put on solid matches throughout the year. And this match has quite the load to carry, because last year's Money in the Bank main event was freaking awesome, and the whole entire internet wrestling community was buzzing about it. So now hopefully this match can top that. Now, who do I see winning the match? I won't complain if CM Punk retains, because his title reign was pretty good. But I can't think of a more deserving and better person for CM Punk to drop the belt to than Daniel Bryan. And if DB does get the belt at the pay-per-view, all I'm going to say is yes, 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 because Daniel Bryan, he is my favorite wrestler. I just love Daniel Bryan so much, and I'm hoping he gets the belt or title. That's it for the video. Comment down below your Money in the Bank predictions. Subscribe if you haven't already, and you can also follow me on Twitter. I'm Shadow Badass. Later.